leadership. Guys, super excited because over the last couple of weeks, we have been going over some great information that has been helping us in our business. And so this is just another level that's going to take us even higher. Okay. So I'm super excited. I am not your trainer for this evening. I am just your host. And I have the absolute pleasure to be able to introduce our speaker for this evening. But for those of you who may or may not know who I am, my name, of course, is Miss Nikki Alexandria, and I have been a part of the Unity Energy since 2015 under the direct leadership of the gentleman that I will be introducing this evening. Now, this gentleman is originally from the Bronx, New York. Yes, the Boogie Down Bronx, okay? Comes from very humble beginnings, guys. High school graduate, former U.S. paratrooper, blue collar worker, but decisions needed to be made, and he made the right decision to take his family to a whole nother level. Okay. He went on to become a highly sought after coach, mentor, and speaker, literally coaching and mentoring people all around the world on how they can grow in life and in business. Okay. Definitely someone who knows how to operate a business, how to grow a business. And I'm super excited that he is one of the visionaries of Unity. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring to the line none other than the millionaire mentor himself, Mr. Jason L. Scott the first. Mr. Scott, are you on the line, sir?
Absolutely on the line. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, I can hear you and see you. Go ahead and take it away.
Excellent. I appreciate you, young lady. Let me see 1 second. Let me make sure I'm able to remove this. Excellent. Listen, I appreciate you, young lady. You're always such an amazing superstar yourself. I know you say a lot about myself, but you are absolutely an amazing entrepreneur, business coach, and leader. So I appreciate you just all the same. So thank you as well. And everybody else who's on the call, welcome, welcome, welcome to our Wednesday night leadership mastery calls. Of course, like you said, this call happens each and every Wednesday at the same exact time. And this call is a call that is continuing education. So those of you who have not logged in yet, you can actually hop onto the call so you can be in tune with the organization and the team. And we're looking for you guys to log on. So I see you guys here shortly. All right. So now we got, like Nikki said, we actually did some amazing training over the last couple of weeks, and we had some great insights. And many of you guys have gone on to implement some of the strategies and things that we share with you guys. You guys have, I'm super excited for you. I'm super excited for the path, for the journey, for you guys understanding what this whole thing is all about, which is about building a community, not just saying you're an entrepreneur, not just having these products behind us, but allowing yourself to be an entrepreneur, knowing that you are building a community of people that you can take them from one thing to the next thing, whether that's you scaling your business, introducing new products, new services, a training call, something else that you actually have coming up. So when we're teaching you guys to build out these communities, that's what they are for you to be in preparation for this next phase. Now, why are we doing this? Is because for years I've been teaching the basics of network marketing, which is something that we always have to do. All right, we have to learn the basics and learn the basic systems and strategies. That's why we do the Saturday morning call every Saturday, and so that everybody knows that it's the same exact 4 steps. And I think about it all the time. I promise you, I always think to myself, it's like the 4 steps are so simple that it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. But it's so simple, Coach Catherine, that if people just follow the simple same system for the 4 steps without being distracted with anything else, people can have some amazing results. Now, the reason why they normally don't have the results they want to have is because most people, instead of sticking to the exact system, they'll look around, they'll see everybody doing something on social media, and they think that they're missing something else. But I recognize that if we don't always keep it basic, keep it to where the average person knows exactly what to do at all given times. If they don't know what to do, they normally don't do anything. If they don't know what to do, they're going to assume and make assumptions on what to do. And most of us make assumptions as consumers and not make assumptions as business owners. And because we make assumptions as consumers, that means when we join the business and our mindset, we think that this is what people need the way I look at it as a consumer versus the way they would look at it as an entrepreneur. As you guys know, we do two things. We retail and recruit. And as we retail and recruit, which is business one-on-one, buy wholesale, sell retail, recruit people, whether you're hiring people to work for you at an establishment, whether you actually recruiting people to be a part of your team that you have as you're scaling your business out, is all the same thing, retail and recruit. And because that's the basics of what we do, we have to always be in retail mode and recruiting mode. Now, we know this. We know that we have just launched the GLP1 system, right? I was just talking with John a little while ago about that earlier, making sure there's no glitches in what's going on, because I actually purchased that product when they first launched it. Now, this is the thing, that GLP-1 gives us an opportunity that we can like not rebrand yourself, but give you like a new product launch, a new product rollout. Many times, if you've seen, let's say for instance, when McDonald's comes up with a new sandwich, or Burger King or some other whatever franchise come with a new something, they'll promote it and they'll keep promoting over and over and over. And all the individual people who have businesses that are franchisees, their commercials that run, that's showing everybody what it is, so people come to their stores to actually purchase the products from them. We have an opportunity, guys, that we don't do advertising outside, so it's all of us promoting. The reason why people see the promotions, because they've paid advertising agencies a lot of money to have the product in front of people over and over and over again. So therefore, it brings brand awareness. People normally need several touch points, all right, before they normally make a decision to purchase or buy. Sometimes we'll say 5 to 7, but as I've been doing other research, other things, is they've even saying there's about 11 touch points. Now, the 11 touch points are 5 to 7 to 11, based on the fact that we've been network marketing. We'll say 5 to 7, but it can be up to 11, and it basically means it's the awareness that a person has about your products. That means if they see us all talking about it, they may see you who've introduced it. They may also see other people that's on this call or that's a part of the organization. We also talk about the same product. Now, when they see I'm talking about it, they see Nikki talking about it, they see Peggy talking about it, see Coach Catherine talking about it, but they may not all be connected to us all. And like, we may not be friends of friends, but everybody's promoting and talking about the same product. And through that brand awareness, it brings people back to the point of saying, I see that you got this product. I want that product. You know how I know? Because I've had many people. I've not, let me not say many. I've sold four of the GLP-1 systems, including myself, right? I sold four of them in pre-launch. Now that I know, and I asked John, I said, when is the product coming online? And which is important for us to know, right? That's when is the product coming online? Because even though I know that we were in pre-launch and people saw me promoting it, plus they saw other people that didn't know, but they knew I talked about it. They saw me promoting it. So by the time the people who knew me, even though they were seeing it in other places, they was like my cousins, two of my friends that saw it, somebody promoting it. They saw it floating around other places. They said, I want that system. So they ordered the GLP-1 system. That was $60 each of those, right? Now, that was just a little bit of the promotion that people were doing in pre-launch. Now, since it was 30 days out, most people didn't keep promoting it. Most people stopped. They stopped the constant promotions because in their most of our, let me say, our mindsets is, if I don't have the products, if I don't have it up, if it's going to take a while before people get it, they may not be interested in it. We all can think that way. We all think to ourselves, well, I don't want to promote it too much because I don't got it. People may not. Even my cousin was like, when is it going to be here? I said, you're in pre-launch of it. It's going to be several weeks before you get it. It's in pre-launch. When I actually sent you the information, I sent you a voice note and I made sure you understood. Because my cousin Nikki, she ordered it and then she was like, when is it going to get here? I had to re-forward her the voice note that I said to her. Listen, you got products of mine that you can actually purchase. I'm saying that you can have those on hand. I said, now the GLP-1 system is a new system that's coming online. It's in my link tree as well. I said, I sent her the link tree with a few other products to look at. I said, you can look at these different products, but just know that the GLP-1 it comes, and I talk about the liver cleanse. I talk about all the things that it comes with it. And I said, now this one is in pre-launch. We don't have it, and they won't let it go out until the 1st of June. I don't know if it's the first day or the first week of June, but she still was like, let me get it. And she ordered that one because everybody's heard of GLP-1, if they heard of Ozempic or something like that, which Ozempic is just the brand name, but GLP-1 is still the same product that helps people in that process of weight loss. Now, I tell you the story because from her seeing it, her getting it, her not quite understanding it, she still was like looking for it quickly. And most people, they recognize people are looking for it quickly, so they don't always keep promoting it. Now, I'm saying that to you because now is the time for you to ramp it back up. Now is the time for all of you, all of us. If you've been on these calls the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about how to brand yourself. Let me not say brand, talking about how to get your solution statement together, which is basically understanding more about your personal brand of who you are as an individual, how you're going to communicate with individuals when you're talking to them, how you can start to look for, and Nikki did the training on your dot on how to not just have a solution statement for the masses, but how to focus in on exactly who it is that you want to impart, that you want to serve or impart your knowledge to. All right. Those are the people that we've been actually coaching you and training you on how to connect with. Now, like that being said, many of us don't have a secondary or tertiary business. So your main business is these TLC products. That's the product you have. Some of us do other things. Like I know Coach Catherine has a coaching practice. So she coaches and makes money with that, makes money with this as a business. Some people have a job and they do this as a business. All right. Myself, I have a coaching practice and other things that I do, and this as a business. All right. So this is an addition to. All right. But I still recognize that my primary income stream could literally come from this business, even though the other one has the capacity to scaling up to $1 million a year or $2 or $3 million a year in coaching, because there's coaches who make that type of money as well. So it's a big practice for that as well. But I also know that every person that I'm communicating with, I'm looking for them to become a part of my brand, which is focusing on not just mental awareness, but body awareness, mental longevity of health, longevity of wealth, longevity of overall health and dynamics, all these things that are important for me. All right. So when I'm talking to people about health and wellness and how they can actually incorporate that into them having more clarity, more focus, the ability to be able to produce longer, stay focused longer into their tasks, stay healthy as they're looking to build their wealth, but now they want to live long and be healthy in that process. All these things are a part of my communication with the people. No matter who I talk to, whatever client that I have, they're going to find out about that. I have a way of how they can, if some of their goals, because I always ask those questions, Coach Catherine, not just on what they want, but I always make sure I'll make suggestive conversations about health, wellness, ask them questions about it so they can let me know on a scale of 1 to this how important it is for them to do that and what are they currently using and things like that. All right. And then some people know that they have an opportunity to get these. Some people I'll let them know if they subscribe to this, I may lessen some of my coaching practice if they also use my products. Sometimes I don't say those things. Sometimes I may do it as an introduction for a person. All these other things that I do. Now I'm giving that to you guys for you to understand that same, whether it's through a coaching client or whether it's through people that you know through your job, through the people who follow you on social media, you have to be willing to communicate that you have these products. The best communication that we're going to have right now is that if we all come together with our branding about the GLP-1. When I asked John when is it going to come on base, he said the first week or maybe by the second week. That's what he said when I asked him like last week. He didn't give me a definitive. Let me ask him again real quick while I'm online with you real fast. Let me see if he streamlined the date that they know. Um, Give me 1 second. Let me ask just while I got you guys on the call. Let me ask real quick in case he sends me back some information. Call with my group. Do we have estimated time of shipment? All right, so let's see if he responds back. Now, all these things is tying in for this. This is the reason why I'm saying all these things. Is a few reasons. One, I started by saying our business is retailing and recruiting, right? We can never forget that. But also, when it comes to most businesses and most products, right? Things can follow a fad or they can follow a trend. And and there has been like CBD, like for instance, we used to have CBD with this company. I even had a CBD company myself, still got CBD oils that I have over here as well, right? CBD is one of my companies that I have, Thrive for CBD, right? CBD oils that I actually have, 250, 500, 1,000 milligrams that we have. It's 1,000. See, I still using this. I just finished my 1,000 bottle yesterday. So I opened up and cracked one of my 500s, I'm saying today, right? That's another business line that I've had with that right there. But the thing is this, CBD has been for some people, it is, even though it's something that still trending to some degree, but it was more like a fad to a lot of people. It's that when people was introducing CBD to the market, everybody was hearing about it for the first time. A lot of people using it and really having results, but everybody wasn't using it as it becomes a fad. Well, I mean, as it becomes a trending thing in their homes, so that they, to this date, they still are on the same CBD products. Some have, but most people only do it for a little while. Now, why am I saying that to you? GLP-1 has something that's been out for a while. Ozempic has been the name that people have been hearing. Some people, because they don't quite understand, it's almost like people want to lose weight, but they almost get mad at they always tell they'll watch a video, Coach Catherine or Deidre. They'll see somebody on a video, oh, you need to lose some damn weight. And as soon as the person loses some weight, then they got something negative to say about the person losing weight. It's the craziest thing. All right, let me see. You see your customer, was that? Your customer was hunting you down. Oh, for the GLP-1? Exactly. So that's what I'm saying, right? All right, exactly. They hunting us down for it. Right? But the craziest thing, people, they will literally tell you got to post a picture. Looking stink. Need to lose some weight. Then you lose some weight. Oh, you probably using Ozempic. You want me to lose the weight or not? What you want me to do? Huh? You're hating. People just be so, they'll look for some reason to hate all the time. But despite that right there, right? Because there was hand GLP-1 and there was Ozempic and people was taking shots, people still want to use Ozempic. On TikTok, I see videos of people talking about GLP-1. I see different things people talking about on YouTube and things like that. People are still talking about it. I what would you say, famous one? What are you saying right there? Oh yeah. Exactly. Famous when they saying you sick. Exactly right. Exactly right. Or the other one they go, oh, I see you losing some weight. You looking pretty good, but don't lose no more weight. You know why they say that? It's only people only say that to you because they're not used to the size that you are. You know what I'm saying? So because you look different, some people don't like that. It's just something how we are. When people look different to us, we feel funny about this. We go, "Oh, you look good, but don't lose no more weight." Try to throw a quick giggle on the backside of it. And I'm saying, now I've always gauged it from this. If a new person that you don't know, if they see, oh my God, you how old? You look amazing. I'll gauge it from that. If new people see me and they don't know nothing about nothing, I'll gauge it from that versus somebody who's seen me in my process and go, you look good, but don't lose no more weight though. I know that you just don't quite get it. Now, despite all that, people still want to lose weight. Even if it's secretly behind the scenes, people want to lose weight. We have GLP-1. We have something that can give people dramatic weight, some type of weight management, a weight system. Even myself, I'm looking to maintain a weight system myself. I like using products that can help me maintain because if I don't do something, I like to eat. I like to cook. I cook 2 times, 3 times. I'm always cooking, doing things. All right. I'm always doing something all the time. Cooking more so than going out to eat. And by the time you cook several times a day, you're feeding everybody, you can actually start to gain some weight if you're not exercising or if you're not doing enough exercise. All right. So I can easily go from where I'm at now to 220. I can easily look like a wrestler up in this point, like fast, right? I can go from being slim looking to within a week's to 2 weeks time, I can literally blow up. So I always look for products that can help me maintain. Now, for you, you got to understand that there's other people just like me who are always looking for something to help them maintain their weight. We got the perfect products for people to help them maintain their weight. that GLP-1 system, I want us all to get back into promoting it. Even myself. Tomorrow, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start promoting. So I'm going to get my video together tonight, so I can, even just the pictures of it, promoting it tomorrow, because I know that they're going to be sending it out. Let me see if John responded back yet. I know they're going to be starting to ship the product soon. All right. And I want to make sure that I'm able, in them shipping the products, that we able to start getting some more sales. I want that to happen for everybody in this call. As I always tell you guys, network marketing is a lot of people doing a little bit. That's why I said this leaders, even though this is leadership mastery, it's still mastering the basics, which is understanding that you have to learn to master the mundane, the day in, day out, week in, week out activities that predicate the end results of a whole lot of success. That means that most people, we start doing something, and even though it yields results. Like many of you guys have gotten binary qualified, and many of you guys have gotten products sold. Many of you guys have recruited new people. You know why? Because we did a launch call for you, or we did a home party, and you bought and you sold product, or you did some sales event someplace and you literally sold a product, or you recruited people. And then a lot of times it came from us doing a launch call. And even though that was so simple to do the calls and to promote online, or promote by calling somebody and post some things online, and talking to people and 30 and 5, even though those are the basic things for people to do, to keep exposure, to do the 11 times the people to see that you're sending a text or email, or using your product, or trying your product. All these things that takes people having several points of contact before they purchase your product, before these things happen. With all these things that's happened, many of you guys have had great results. You've sponsored people from a launch call, you sponsor people, but it's so simple. And I always say it's easy to do, but it's easy not to do as well. And all we have to do in learning to master the mundane, that's the thing about it. It's mundane to do conference calls. But this thing, guys. I do the calls. If I do a call and I'm doing every call, that means I'm working more than you. If I'm doing a call, if I'm doing a call 7 days a week, that means I'm doing more presentations than you. Because that means I'm showing up the same way you're showing up. I'm not doing it because the company pays me. I do it because I'm you. I'm doing it because I'm one of you, and we all work together to bring to raise each other up. We all use each other talents. We all show up on the call. We all bring the energy. We all let people see that this is a part of the community. And from the community, people want to be a part of the community. People will stay with us longer for the community than they will for anything else. If the community is of a thriving place where people feel like they're learning something new and they're growing, they want to be a part of it. And many of you guys that's on the call tonight, I text you guys personally a little while ago. Normally, you know why I text? Because I was looking to see who's going to show up on their own for like the last few weeks, last couple of weeks. And we may get on the call and it'd be like 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people on a call that should have 50, 60 something people on the call. Minimum 20 people, very minimum should be 20. And right now it's about 20, about 19 of us on the call right now. And I'm super elated for all of us who are showing up, because this is a perfect time for us to recommit together as the summertime comes in right now, to commit to each other that we're going to do some great work. We did some great training, guys, over the last couple of days, last couple of weeks. We did some great training. Listen, I gave you guys, I spent a lot of money for a lot of stuff that I learned that I gave to you guys for free. Nikki spent a lot of money on stuff that we gave you guys for free. I invest in programs that that I'll get training on, that'll give you guys for free. You're part of our organization, and I'll learn a thing, I'll implement a thing. I'll go, oh, my people got to know this thing too. I'll literally give it to you for free. Yes, you can watch YouTube videos. You can watch it. There's a bunch of stuff we can get by watching videos, but that ain't the community. People don't. They want to be connected in the community. There's so much negativity in these comment sections and a bunch of other stuff that people, instead of watching a video, they watching the comments. And in those comment sections, there's so much negative stuff that they go from being positive on the call to reading something negative in the comment section. Now they down a rabbit hole, reading the other comments, going to the people's pages, seeing who that person talking about, watching some of their videos. You forgot about the original video that you was on. You start watching some of their stuff, then somebody watching that comment section, going to somebody else's picture you didn't click. Now you went down a rabbit hole because you got lost because it's not really the community that you're connected to. Like right now, let's say right now, let's say right we're on this is our coaching call. It's a community call right now. While we're on this call, we're making a couple of jokes. Hey, good evening. Fires, hearts. It's a positive statement mindset inside the community chat. People, when we have these calls and we're actually working together inside of our community so that we can keep everybody from being infiltrated with so much negativity, so much stuff that's happening out there in the world. Is that right, Peggy? You know what I'm saying? But look at this. That's called confirmation. I don't know what your pastor said, but it's confirmation because as a leader, as a thought leader, my job, listen, as a thought leader, our job, not just me. We're all I've coached you and trained you and taught you to be me, to be better than me. I look for some of you guys to learn this stuff even faster than me so you can teach me. I'm a slow learner sometimes. I have to see certain things over and over and over. You know, I'll introduce someone. What else you learn? What you learn from that? Help me. Help. As they say, help me. I be wanting to put you on so you can help put me back on. So we can raise each other up. I know I'm dope at this in real life. There's a lot of stuff that I've invested $100,000. I've made millions doing what I'm doing over the years, figuring this stuff out. And none of that stuff is impressive. Money comes and goes. It's not about that. The time we're right, none of that stuff matters. But what does matter is this. It was the experience of knowing that what worked, what didn't work, and what I was able to do to compound it to have the best results. And we're in a space and a time that all the things that I've been teaching you over the last couple of weeks was getting your energy up, getting your belief levels up so you can start to find new ways to go out here. Now, there's still more trainings, more things we can do. I can go deeper into this other stuff. But the mindset is a part of all of the things that we taught. That's the mechanics of it. Even when we was giving you mechanics and strategies and other things, the mindset behind all those things and why you do those things are important. Because as we've been teaching you guys to build your own communities out, if you watch YouTube videos, get on certain things, use Facebook groups, those are communities. People have started these same things that I'm teaching you guys how to start. You know why? So you can always be able to plug them into, because I'm gonna teach you how to do other stuff. I'm gonna teach you how to take what you already know as a couple who's in business, how you're individual who's in business. You may have a skill set in AI, you may have a skill set in something else that you do. You like to bake, I can teach you how to expand, create a new community of people, how to be vibrant in that community. And now when you actually introduce them to something else, that's part of that, because no matter what you're doing, you should always let people know that health and wellness is still a part of what you do. Everything that we do, it all comes back to health. It comes back to that process. And because even though you're giving them information over here, because you have served the people in your community, when it's time for you to say, listen, those who want to take advantage of this right here, I also offer this right here, they'll say yes. Some of you guys can actually have people who will be a part of the community, and I'll work with you and teach you on how to have a paid variation of that. I've been teaching you guys. You know why I teach you? I was watching a video today. I'm always training on stuff, right? And it was talking about like doing these calls. Like I've been doing these calls on videos when it wasn't even cool. It wasn't even a cool thing to do. I was doing these things about maybe 13, 14 years ago when it wasn't even Zoom wasn't even a thing yet. It was other platforms I was going live from. Used to have platforms about 15 years ago where people get on the videos or something. I would have all my training content uploaded into that. So when and all my leaders would log in, all information was already there. All I had to do was click whatever they're going to train on. So you didn't have to give it from your computer. You already had it inside the system. And there's still systems like that. You can do that today. But Zoom became a thing and was already doing Zooms. It became a simple and easier way to do videos and do all this other stuff. But everything I've been teaching you is so that you can unleash the best version of yourself right now. You know, I've been saying, get on the calls or open your mic. It's so that when you start doing calls for people, whether it's in this business or in the next phase, because listen to me, content creation is a thing. AI is a thing. All these things that I'm looking to help you guys. Either we change with the times, or we're going to get left in the times. My job is to bring you guys whatever I can to help you go to the next level in your life, in your business. Scale, no matter what business you got going on, no matter what it is you do, how to be able to be a person of value into that space. And when you become a person of value in that space, you can easily let other people know, let them know of other things you have, and they'll want to be a part of a new space that you got going if you want to introduce this. And if you're not introducing this right here, you can still say, also, you can upscale. I'm gonna do a private call, a private Zoom, a private training. I'm gonna do a training where I'm gonna go deeper into this, and I'll even help you. I'll literally show you and teach you. Let me see some notes I was taking that earlier. All right. I was taking some notes as I was talking about like presentation methods and things like that. Right. It wasn't gonna be what I was gonna train on, but it's just still what I was taking down for myself because I like to track things for myself. Right. And even as you guys hear me a lot of times when I do trainings, what you don't know that I do is this, because I do it. And I listened to a gentleman, he was talking about how he was like, well, we've made millions of dollars, and all his people was talking about we made hundreds of thousands of dollars doing the same stuff. And he was talking about how, like, when you're actually doing presentation methods and stuff, right? And write this down real quick. All right. Write this down. All right. He was talking about, he was saying, let me see. He's like when you do a presentation, like when you actually doing the presentation, are you getting people interested in your business or whatever that you're talking about? He's talking about three things. Like, you want to have a mistake angle story, a mistake angle story, a success angle story, and a principle angle story. All right. Now, this what he was talking about, was basically talking about how you can actually do a webinar or a class and things like that. And then from there, you have those things, and then you can transition into, your offer and what you got going on with your offer. But the reason why I'm saying the mistake angle, you guys notice how a lot of times I'll tell you a story of how I'll say, listen, back in the days, there was a time the gentleman I used to work for, used to work with, his name was George. And George, he was we was doing the same thing. And I used to be like, yo, George, I'm like, yo, what is that you're doing? I said, we're doing the same exact thing. And you're doing like $500,000. I'm not even doing a six-figure income. I'm like, what are you doing? And he said, I'll give you some pointers. I'm like, I don't want pointers. Pointers is your thinking and my thinking combined. You give me a pointer, the first thing I'm gonna do with your pointer is that means the idea, but I'm gonna try to infuse it with my idea because it's just a pointer, two or three things. I'm like, yeah, let me see how I can freak that. And I'm gonna try to incorporate my broke thinking into what you're already doing, but what you're doing is getting results. What I'm doing, I'm not having results. So I don't want to use my broke thinking. I want to do exactly what you're doing. So teach me that so I can do it. That was my mistake angle, that I was making mistakes, that I recognized that I could not, that I wasn't having the results that I wanted to have. I was doing the same thing. I wasn't having results. I was trying to focus. He was doing this half a million a year. I wasn't even doing a six-figure income. So that was my mistake, that my mistake story that I be talking about, how I was failing at this process, how I was in bankruptcy and foreclosure and all this other things before. Then I started talking about my success angle. I said, then I tell you guys, and then I actually took him to lunch. And lunch turns dinner. I'm asking questions. And after I'm asking questions all day, because they say the quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions you learn to ask. I'm asking all these quality questions. And he was telling me stuff. I'm taking notes. I'm asking him more deeper questions on top of that. Lunch turned to dinner. Supposed to just been to lunch. He talking, I'm asking questions. It was dark by the time we left. I asked so many questions. As soon as he was done, I said, I'm doing that. I'm gonna start doing that tonight. And he was like, yeah, well, you understand it, but it's gonna take some time. I said, no, I'm gonna do that tonight. And I started implementing things he told me that day. I said, and within 30 days. Now this deal. Now, once within 30 days, I went from doing not even a six-figure income, like maybe 1,000, sometimes $1,000 a week, to doing $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a week continuously, because I started applying exactly what it is that he was talking about. That's my success angle. I told you my mistake, my success. And then from that point, I said, because I understood that mentorship was wisdom without waiting. See, the principle in that is mentorship, is guidance. If you actually have the right coach and the right mentor and the right guide, they can compress time. It won't take you as long to have the results because you have similar or better results. So the principle of that is that if you have a coach and a mentor, all right, and then from having a coach and a mentor, I don't have enough time to cover all these things with you today. But if you really want to be able to, you really want me to go in deep in detail, be a part of my master class. And now I can move them and transition them to and make my offer of getting onto something else. And many of us, as I've been doing our calls, that's how I've been doing. I've always been having stories. I teach through stories, metaphors, all these other things, because I know people. I'm teaching you guys right now. When you learn that all the things that I've been teaching, when I've been asking your stories, asking to get on the call and talk and speak, that's so that you can get good at communicating, be willing to communicate. So when it's time for you to now step into this next space of where you start to build your community, you'll be one up on somebody who's going, I ain't never do that before. Oh man, I wish I would have did that before. Many people right now understanding that content creation is a thing. They're understanding that our community is a thing. Many people have been doing community work for a minute, building their community, Facebook groups, the Instagram groups, whatever. Most people use a Facebook page because it gives is people able to be able to more people may have Facebook other than other groups that they may be that's out there. They may have Facebook even if they don't use it a lot. And Facebook have a lot of different groups that people can type it in and find your group and things like that on Facebook. So they'll use that as a trend. You can use a page to get people connected. You can use a group that's just private. All these things has been why we've been training and coaching and teaching you guys, getting you guys ready for this moment. This GLP-1 is a new energy that we can use and tap into. We know it works because we used the energy in the very beginning when they first said it was going to be in pre-launch of it. And we got excited about it. And I sold some of you guys sold some of you guys bought some of them because that was the mode we was in without having the product. Because people don't want to have, like Sharon said, she already had one person asking. One person started asking, you be like, I don't want nobody else asking. So I ain't going to tell nobody else because I don't want to hear nobody else asking me about no damn GLP-1. So therefore, we don't talk about it. But now is the time to talk about it. So now we can start talking about it again in preparation. Let me check this phone one more time. See if John hit me back. He don't always immediately, but let me see. Give me 1 second here. He responded. He said it should be shipping by midweek next week at the latest. So it can ship by the first of the week. We're already midweek of this week. So that means by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the latest. But it could be shipping by Monday. Let me see. Okay. All right. And I was texting him something else. He said he's at a private event, but he's still even though he's at his private event, he's still finding time to reach out. So, guys, listen, I'm connected directly to the company, which means you're connected to the company. Some of you guys, I've given you guys the number. I'm like, reach out to John yourself because I wanted you guys to have direct access to reaching out to John and connecting with him yourselves as well. We're in a great space and a great place in order for us to really build this thing out. This is the time, guys, right now where we have to put ourselves in a space that we're gonna be in promotion mode and building your communities out so you can let your community know that you guys have these new products. And it's gonna be able to help us to be able to get ourselves to a new space. Now, last thing I want to be able to say for opening up the call for some stuff is this. Today is today is the 4th. Our smart ship runs next Tuesday on the 10th. That means this week right here, all right, this week, Thursday is Friday is the first of the work week. We got to close out tomorrow strong, but by Friday, that should be the week that everybody runs their smart ship, but also make sure it's not just you. Have the conversation with them, having with you with some of your people. Call them and have a conversation. Let them know you've learned some new strategies, some new things, some new ways that you want to help them. The things that we coach you guys on the last couple of weeks, call them, let them know, listen, I found some new ways, some ideas that I can help you find some new people and build a community. I'm saying get them ready based on what we talked about because you want some of these people to actually get their smart ships, but you also want them to find new people. It's business. We have to constantly be in the mode of finding new people. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing crazy about that. Nothing that we making somebody do. It's business. You have to always find customers, clients, and serve customers and clients. And that's how our paychecks, that's how it goes. So everything we've been coaching you guys and teaching you guys has been directly connected to that. So I want to just say those things to you guys first because again, like I said, I can give you 5 keys and 7 steps or something, but I want to make sure that as you guys know, the GLP-1 is coming up. Let's get back in the promotion mode. Let's start promoting posting on it, sharing some of those banners again, start talking about it again, so that people can actually start to connect with you and want to actually start to purchase it with now you knowing it that if they purchase it now, tomorrow, for over the weekend, it'll be shipped out by next week and they'll have access to those new products. Right. And of course, if you sell the system, you're gonna make $60 for you selling the GLP-1 system. But keeping in mind this, all your people that you sell it, you got to get a testimonial from them. Let them know that being a part of that system launch with you is that I need you to be a testimonial. I need you to be a customer, but I want you to be a preferred customer with it. I need your testimonial. I need to know how many pounds or inches that you're losing. So when you get started, once you go on the scale, take a picture on the scale or take a measure of your body, and I want you to let me know how many pounds you've been losing in the first week, the second week, third week, because like a month supply they'll get, and you want to know because now you can use those stories and those pictures that they send to you to help you get more customers, promote those pictures and things on your pages. As you start going live and having conversations with other people, we're having conversation with each other. We're able to post some before and after pictures. We'll start finding that other people will start saying, I too want some of those. I want those products as well. This is the perfect time for us to get ourselves back into the mode. So tomorrow, guys, make sure tomorrow you guys are all starting to post your GLP-1 again. If you don't remember what you posted, just go back to your old Instagram post a month ago, whatever, and see what you posted then, and start getting yourself back into that space. Take your old thing, download it again, and repost it. And let's get out here and start getting the numbers rallied again, guys. But just know we're going into Friday. I want to help. I want some launch calls with you. I want to do some calls with you. So I want to do some calls with your people. I tell you guys all the time, there's a window with everybody, guys. There's a small window. You don't got 4 and 5 days when somebody join you to be launching them. If you wait that long, they're gonna talk to people. People gonna be saying a bunch of stuff. The initial zeal and energy is gonna be gone, and it's gonna be challenging. And I'd rather for you to just to keep them as a customer than to get them into the business and then they don't do anything. Because if they get to at least being a customer, they want the product to use. You get them into the business and they buy a product, they may not even really use the product. They may not even look to be looking for the results from the product. So because you got a window, you got to know that when you get somebody involved, as quick as it says inside of the Dare to Dream, you got to be grabbing them up quickly, introducing them to your leaders, putting a schedule, go through the GPS and scheduling their launch call. You know why? Because when you get me started, you're not getting me started for me. You want my network. You want the people that I know. You're not getting me just for me, because me looking at you means zero. It means nothing. All right. But if you can get to my network and I can sponsor another 3 to 4 or 5 people, now you got 3, 4 or 5 people. So you got people who haven't used the products yet. That's what happened. They'll get the product and don't use the products. So we got to know, guys, that when we get people into this process, you got to be able to help people launch the business, because from the launch, they're going to sell products and people are going to join them. But they're going to also add new people to your organization. And many of you guys who are on this call are not people I personally sponsored. A few of you guys are, but most of you guys are people who are on the call through somebody else that I sponsored, who sponsored. So that means a lot of times the ones you sponsor are not going to be the ones that you think. The people who got you to one point are not going to be the ones that get you to the next point. Whoever got you binary qualified may not be the ones that get you to director. Ones who got you to director may not be the ones who are going to get you to executive director. Ones who got you to executive won't be the ones who is going to always be an influx of new people. Some of them will stay. Some of them will be here for a moment. Other people will build a lifestyle with you. We can't choose it for them. They got to choose it for themselves. But the bottom line, guys, we have everything we need to build a multiple 6 and even 7-figure business right here with TLC and with these products. And with this new product launch, you can use this as a way that people have been hearing about Ozempic and how it's been trending. Now, again, I don't know if it's going to be a fad for people. Like most of the stuff be a fad. And I only say it because most things when it comes to weight loss, even though there's still people who use certain things, after a while, it don't be as aggressive in the mainstream as it might have been at one point. I mean, people will still buy a thing, but it's not like everybody getting and rushing to it at the same time. But we're still in this space time where everybody's still going to be looking for GLP-1. or Ozempic or some type of something in that space. That means we have an opportunity that when many of us has been behind economically, this is the gold rush boom that you're looking for. If you're behind when it comes to retirement, this could be the gold rush boom that you're looking for to catch up. I'm telling you what I know. And this is your time. When we launched CBD with TLC before, it became a gold rush time and people blew up with that. When TLC first launched the tea, it became a gold rush time and the tea blew up. It was certain times, and we're at this space right now where GLP-1 is that gold rush time that many of you guys can catch up economically, financially, but we have to go to work together to make it happen. So those I want to talk about GLP-1, want to make sure I talk about the smart ship closing out this week, guys, with some people that's interested, talking to people about it. So by the time, probably some people will buy tomorrow, that you can make some cash by tomorrow. Others that may see you talking about it the next few days and they may not start purchasing, but if they purchase it during this week, what you got smart ship. So smart ship and people buying products to your organization, it could be a real big week for you guys. Everything you got to do, you got to do it knowing that isn't that you're working your business not just for the moment, but from day to day, which goes week to week. And what are you going to do this date that's going to actually help you have the results you're looking for next week? And then what you're going to do next week to help you have the results you're looking for the week after that? We're going to do in these next couple of weeks to help you have a great result next month. We're going to do this entire month to help you have great results in 90 days from now. Everything is a plan, not just for the to see what happens. It have to be working this with a plan. And if as long as you stay on the plan, guys, and you make sure you keep working this with a plan, things is going to start to happen for you. And so get out of the mode of just seeing what happens and seeing what sticks and come to the table looking to learn to master the things that seem like it's easy. Yes, they are easy to do and it's easy not to do, but just do it because it's just that simple. I know some of you guys have actually started using some of your before I open up about common statements for this right here. I know like Deidre, Sunshine, some of you guys who actually been doing some work with your dots, with your statements, anything else, anything you guys want to share with that with Nikki, with your progress, anything you've been doing before we open up the call, anything else? I want to know what's been happening with you guys so far. Deidre and okay, Deidre, open your mic. Since nobody ain't doing it on their own,
Okay.
Deidre, open your mic. Then Sunshine, open your mic after that. You know what I'm saying? So Deidre, open your mic. All right, good stuff. You're welcome, young lady. All right, so Coach Kathy, open your mic after Sunshine. All right, so I want to just know. I know you guys are working on some stuff. Tell me, because there's other people on the call as well. They may not have gotten anything out of it. I want to know, what have you gotten out of it? What have you started to apply? Have you been seeing, even if it's some results you've been having just with your own personal belief and understanding, has it been helpful for you? So just share.
Yes, so great evening, Mr. Scott and Unity. Thank you guys. Thank you for all you do. So I would say with doing a diet, it has really truly been helpful. Not just that, like you said, it has been getting me to think more, to identify with self even more than I thought I had already done. Sis Pam, of course, in our group, we've been doing, been used to doing personal growth and development for a couple of years, and the growth is definitely there. However, for the past couple of days, we started listening to certain things. And our audio for this month is building your business in network marketing. So along with the doing the dot and listening to Jim Rohn, he talks about one of the things in the audio. He talks about basically, what do you have to offer people? Having principles, having a philosophy for what you're actually offering to others. So now doing this, like I told Ms. Nikki, doing the dot, and when she told us to write down our person, it's almost like you're explaining your past, or you're creating your past self, or talking about your past self, or your present self, or the person that you want to become, which is going to be your target person. So putting all these things together has really been helpful. Might be doing a tad bit of overthinking, but it has been helpful. It is definitely getting me to, right, put more thought into this, put some stuff on paper, and also with some other ideas that I had when you keep talking about building a community, right? Um, so all of it has really been aligning and tying in with each other. So it's really giving me more hope and more excitement. So yeah, thank you for that. Yes, like Sis Pam said, you've been telling us about that audio, and listening to it every day has been a game changer. Writing down the notes, even going back and listening what I might have forgotten, or what I can actually use that makes more sense. Like you just said on the call, making sure, what part did you say? Presenting people, or when you present, are you getting people interested? That also goes back to your experiences, the things that you've been recognizing about self, personal growth and development,
Mhm.
all that other good stuff. So you're able to tell your stories, good and bad. So yeah, it's been helpful.
Good stuff. I appreciate you sharing that right there. And that's why I say it was because it was for me as well. When I was going through the training with the stuff, as I'm going through with my coaches and my mentors, I'm like, yo, I'm like, yes, because some stuff I known, some stuff I've always understood, some stuff I was doing, but every time I'm with coaches and mentors, I'm in student mode myself. I like to listen and take notes and relearn some things. And sometimes, oh, I forgot about this. Oh, I never knew this right here. So everything, especially in this space right now, this is a new space that we're in. So we can't take for granted that we know it all. We can't take for granted we got it figured out. We always in a constant space of growing, because if you're not growing, you're dying. And that's why we've been telling people for a minute, like, listen to Jim Rohn, because I know it's just something about it. It just, if you listen to it, like you say, you hear it, then you find yourself, you hear it, then while you hear it, you be like this, thinking, then you hear it, then you go back to listening. So the next time you hear it, you start going off again to the same space, thinking. By the third or fourth time, you no longer going off in that space. You hear something different. You're like, wait a minute. This is the same audio, because now you're catching something different that you hadn't heard before. But the thing is this, he gives you so much stuff that it helps you. It helps you be like, yo, so when people start talking to you like this, yeah, Jim told me you would say that. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you said what? Yeah, yeah. He told me you would say that. Yeah. You weeds right now. And he helps you to prepare you. So I appreciate you for just sharing that. Sunshine.
Unmute. Okay. Yes. Good evening. And thank you for letting me share. But yes, that really did help me when Miss Nikki was talking about that, because I'm always all over the place just trying to help everybody and please everybody and think I know I have something for everybody, but just trying to actually throw up on them. But it had me a whole to think, to rethink, like the person and the people that I'm actually looking for is looking for me. But if I'm looking all over the place for everybody,
Mhm.
that's why I'm not finding really nobody. So it had me, going back into reading more books, especially Go for the No. That's always my favorite book, because sometimes when people tell me no, I'm like, she told me no. Why? I know you need it. Look at you. But you can't really say that. But it has make me think about, like I said, the person that I'm looking for, the type of people, what I have to offer them, more focused on what I need to be doing for myself and for the business, and not just doing busy work. So it has I've had a lot of things that I've written down, and me and actually Tammy, we just about talk every day, 3 or 4 times a day, on pointers. I give her, she gives me, and it's keeping me focused. So I do appreciate all the training that you do, and especially Miss Nikki for sharing that with us and actually bringing me out there, because I'm like, oh, well, maybe what I wrote down wasn't really it. So
Mhm.
after I got off the phone, I did have to rethink it, but I do appreciate it, and it definitely has me on focus the right way this time. So I appreciate you letting me share.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it as well. Thank you for sharing that right there. Because again, I just want people to know there's value in these trainings, and that's why we help you to show up, because you never know what training is going to be that pivotal training for you that put you into another space in another mode. And right now we just need to learn these new skill sets. So I appreciate you for sharing as well. Coach Catherine, any last thing you want to share before we're done? I'll
Sure.
turn to
Great
Nikki.
evening, everyone. Thanks so much to both coaches. I really like this new space. I'm really enjoying just getting down to the nitty-gritty and going deeper. Um, I found that doing this, I was able to get more focus, go deeper, therefore attracting the people that I'm looking for, who are looking for me. And then with the community, I'm able to add more values. This is to me the best training. This type of training, I like all of it, but this type of training is the best for me, and I feel for my future customers and people who will join the team with me, us. Um, yeah, I've learned a lot. Also, I would say with Coach Nikki, when we were talking about the mission and she was asking, well, what's your passion? And I'm telling her, and she's like, no, 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 you're telling me this, but go deeper. I was like, okay, excitement, let's go deeper. So, went deeper and I was like, okay, my wheels started to turn more and I started to just connect the dots and become more in alignment with my purpose and what I have to offer. So I'm excited. I'm still excited. It's been what is it, 2 weeks? Was it last week we did it? I don't know. But I'm still excited about it. I just want to also share where when Coach was talking about the several exposures. So we hear it all the time, several exposures. Um, and I've been doing it, but now I'm genuinely doing it, like reaching out and finding out, where the person's at, how they're feeling, what's going on. Oh, your daughter wasn't feeling well. How's she doing now? What's new? What's different? Oh, how was the tea? Like talking about everything and then bringing it back to the products, but genuinely. And I find that things are just flowing better and it's less pressure.
Yeah.
Less pressure, less stress. Things are just flowing. So I'm enjoying more.
No doubt. Well, I appreciate you, lady. And that's what I think a couple of weeks ago, that's one thing I said we start building more meaningful relationships. That's the conversation I had with you guys maybe 2 weeks ago. I said we got to start building more meaningful relationships versus just trying to get people into the product, into stuff. And when you start building those meaningful relationships, so you're having real conversations. Now it's easier to transition people. People feel you want them, you really care about their well-being. Because when I want them to use the products, I mean, yeah, we can make some money, but I really want them to be want it to be a lifestyle change to people. So I appreciate you for just sharing that as well. So, Nikki, any last thing you want to better shift in the call tonight, young lady?
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Jason L. Scott the first, and of course to Deidre, Sunshine, and Catherine for just sharing tonight. And I'm excited. I'm really excited to see all the progress that everybody is having. I said at the beginning of the call, great leaders, they take notes and they study notes and they implement the notes so that they can go back and teach, right? And that's basically what we're all doing right now. We have been studying the notes, we're getting the information, but to see everybody actually, applying what is being taught, I'm excited about that, right? Because I know this next level with everybody in these different spaces and everybody's attention span being, just as short as, I was about to say something crazy, but being short, okay? Attention spans being really short,
Uh-huh, uh-huh. The short
you
attention
know,
span like goldfish, uh-huh.
right, exactly. Just to have something that you can say, okay, even though everybody's everywhere, my people are right here with me, right? My people are right here with me. And you don't need everybody, right? Even if you had a community of 10 people or 20 people or 30 people, do you know how much impact you can make with just your group of people? Because it'll be your people and you're working towards your purpose and your passion. And so I just want to just remind everybody to just stay focused on what it is that you don't try to do everything. And I know we're very talented people. Okay. We have some talented people on this line. Miss Peggy, Deidre, Sharon, we have Tammy, we have some really talented people on this call, even myself, even Mr. Jason L. Scott the first, okay? Like he's an amazing coach, but he's also a singer, a dancer, a writer I mean, like I can go on. We have some really talented people, but we can't do everything, right? Because when we do try to do everything, we end up being pretty much all over the place and confused. And we know that a confused mind does absolutely nothing. So we just got to stay focused. I'm excited. And then I just wanted to add last thing, right? I know we are launching or not launching. We are getting back into promotion mode for the GLP-1. I think would be a great idea if we all posted at the exact same time. It's something about that energy when we're posting together. it helps out with our algorithm. And I'm also going to say, you don't have to go searching for everybody in the group on their page, but if you happen to come across their page and you happen to see a post, if you just like it, it's not going to help out your team member, okay? It's not going to help out your family member if you just like the post. Please, okay? Like it and comment. That is going to boost up the person's algorithm. Now, what I'm going to start doing, if I see you like my post and you don't say nothing, I'm blocking you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that, right? Not gonna do that, but please, it will just really help if we can start to help each other, right? Help me help you, and help you help me. We're all gonna help each other. So I just wanted to add that, and I'll turn it back over to you, Mr. Scott.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much right there. What time tomorrow are we going to post?
10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, I post on 10 o'clock a.m., whatever platform you play. If you're using Instagram, Facebook, I normally go from one to the other. I got one that goes to from Instagram, it goes to Facebook, and Facebook goes to Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go on TikTok as well. I'm gonna post as well because some of my sales came from TikTok. So make sure tomorrow, guys, we're showing up together. It's 10:02, so we're past our 10 o'clock 1 hour mark. That's an hour of power. So I appreciate you guys for logging on to the call today. Amazing information. I appreciate that, Miss Nikki Alexandria, for just tying it up with a nice ribbon and bow. All right, guys, let's get to work, man. Let's get to work. Show up, show out, reach out to me. It's all good to have some conversations. Let's have some quick conversations. Catch back up, see where we at, what we can do as the summertime starts to come in. Let's have some events some events. So I can come travel, get to you. We do some stuff together with the people, guys. Because that you're gonna find that you start putting some events together, people will show up. Especially if you got some products they can use, walk, have just know that the summer's coming. We gotta have some community going on for people to want to show up in whatever you got going on the outside. So I love you guys. You guys have an amazing new you. See you guys soon. Good night, everybody. Open your mics. Good night.
Good night.
Good
Good night.
night. Good night.
Good night.